Hello, I'm Toby.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're the founders of the Rural Publishing Company.
And welcome to Masterclass 2 of the Supercharge Your Business with a Book series. So we are just going to share our screen.
Wonders of modern technology.
Yeah, if I can figure out how to do it.
That should be working.
Eventually. There we go. Okay. So this is Supercharge Your Business with a Book, Masterclass 2, Publishing Your Book. So what this Masterclass series will help you with, this is a series of 3 shortish masterclasses to give you the necessary know-how to plan, write, publish, and market a book for your business. You'll also get access to some extra resources and will guide you on your next best steps. So these masterclasses are designed to be consumed in order. Masterclass 1 was planning and writing your book. This is Masterclass 2, publishing your book. And the next masterclass will be marketing your book. What you'll learn in Masterclass 2, Toby.
Types of publishing, print versus digital, the essential elements you need to publish your book, ISBNs and barcodes, cover design, editing and proofreading, typesetting and internal layout, file production, distribution, print on demand, and the National Library deposit, and lots more.
So who are we? We're the Rural Publishing Company, and it was founded by us. I am an award-winning copywriter and best-selling author over at the Rural Copywriter.
I am the founder of Building Metals and Manufacturing, a specialty manufacturing business, and a general tinker and entrepreneur and inventor of things.
And we also run the Rural Marketing Company, which is incredibly handy when it comes to marketing books.
It is.
So we aim to help aspiring and current rural, regional, and remote business owners and authors to get published. We follow an assisted or hybrid self-publishing model where you retain all the rights to your work and receive 100% of your book sale profits. Our aim is to make the publishing process as smooth and as easy as possible so you can reap the rewards sooner. We publish business books, non-fiction, fiction, children's books, and more. And recently we've expanded our offerings to magazines.
Yep.
And we hope to empower authors with our courses and coaching along the way. So the types of publishing available. Traditional publishing is where you often have to sign a contract up front. A traditional publisher tends to pay you in advance, which generally means you get paid a chunk of your forecasted profits while you write and before your book is published. And that tends to be a very attractive thing for a lot of authors.
It can be.
However, a traditional publisher tends to own the legal rights to your work, and you have very little say or creative control over aspects such as editing and cover design. They also determine your marketing strategy, and you only get a small percentage of the proceeds of your book sales.
Generally between 16 and 30%.
Yeah, and they keep the rest. They do, however, manage and do everything for you, and it can offer you a bigger platform. So only high-profile business owners and authors tend to get offered these sorts of deals. It can be a really lengthy, difficult process to score a contract with these big guys. On the flip side, we have do-it-yourself self-publishing. So you'll need to hire a cover designer, an internal designer, an editor, a proofreader, and everything else. You coordinate the entire project and make all of the decisions. You market your own book using your own platforms. You try to print and distribute and get it into bookstores yourself. But you do retain your rights and your profits and have full control over your work. So doing everything yourself is certainly achievable, but it can be really complicated if you don't know how to navigate the steps. There's also more chance of mistakes or lower quality results, whether that's editing errors, layout errors, print errors, producing a quality book can be quite technical.
There's also the little bit of a stigma against, people in general will find out you've published a book and be very impressed, but if they then find out you did it all yourself, it kind of takes something away from it with a lot of people, I feel.
Yeah, so
A little bit of you did it yourself without the name of the publishing house behind you.
yeah, exactly. So then we come with obviously our preferred model. So this is hybrid or assisted self-publishing. So that's basically where you hire a company similar to us who helps you to publish for a fee. We basically guide you through the process, and our expert team handle all the different elements, including cover designs and editing, and it's all done to your satisfaction. We publish your ebook and print book for you. We set up print on demand and show you how to manage everything yourself. You still retain all the rights to your work, so you can make changes, republish somewhere else whenever you like. You also get all of the proceeds from your book sales, so that's really cool. This is the option that a lot of business owners use to publish their books, as you can tap into a team of experts who handle the entire process for you, and you still remain 100% in control. You also don't have to wait for anyone to choose you. You can literally decide anytime that you want a book published and simply do it.
You're in control, but you also have the name of the publishing company behind you, which helps with the authority of the book.
Yeah, and it does really look and appear to be more professional.
Yeah, and it makes life a lot easier when you have a team helping you and working with you.
Yeah, so print versus digital. Ideally, it's best to produce your book in both forms, even for shorter reads. So print books still hold a lot of credibility and they're perfect for networking events. It's quite often a good idea to have a little pile of books under your arm that you can hand out to people.
It's a very good look as a business leader.
Yeah, much more effective than a simple little business card that can get thrown in the bin.
Yep.
And you should definitely be on Amazon or other digital book platforms as an ebook, as this brings you in a lot of traffic. More and more people are reading on digital devices, so ebooks are important. And it's also worthwhile noting that audiobooks are also really, really popular right now.
Yeah, and there are many people that only use digital or audio books these days. They tend not to have a physical copy of the book in their possession.
Yeah.
It's well worth digitalising.
As many formats as you can possibly produce is a really good idea.
Yep.
Now, the essential elements you need to successfully publish. Would you like to read them, Toby?
I can do that. IBSNs and a barcode for your book. You obviously need cover design, typesetting in the internal layout, file production. It's got to be in the right file formats, distribution of the book, print on demand if you have a physical copy of your book or physical copies of your book, and the often overlooked National Library deposit.
Right, so every version of your book needs its own ISBN. An ISBN is a unique identifying number that helps bookstores find, stock, and sell your book. If you're publishing a print version, an ebook version, and an audio version, each of them will need a separate ISBN. Print versions also need a barcode created from your ISBN. And both ISBNs and barcodes are purchased and registered through a company called Thorpe Bowker. So with your cover design, there are a few options. You can use a photo, use plain text, or a combination of both. And a good cover sets the right tone for the book, attracts the right type of reader, intrigues people, and most importantly, it should look professional.
There's a very good reason it's in capitals down the bottom there.
Yes. So yes, you can potentially do your own cover in something like Canva, but generally you'll get better looking results if you use a proper graphic designer who's experienced in cover design. Editing and proofreading. Obviously, this is pretty crucial to your book's success. Use a professional editor or several where possible. There are many different types of editors who specialize in different stages, But to keep things simple, particularly for your first business book, choose a general book specific editor. So a good editor will hopefully help you with your book structure and information flow, plus sentence and paragraph construction, as well as spelling and grammar. It also helps to hire a professional proofreader after the editing process to pick up any misspelling or grammar issues. And it's also worthwhile getting a professional proofreader to check it once your book has been laid out and typeset, because that can pick up any additional errors in the formatting process.
Yeah, which can happen.
Yeah, particularly if you've got a professional using a different program other than Microsoft Word. If they're copying and pasting, it can sometimes come across a little bit wrong.
Yes.
So typesetting or internal layout. So while you're likely to write your book in Microsoft Word, your finished book files need very specific formats in order for it to look right in print. It is certainly possible to use Word to format your book layout, but it can also be done in other programs such as Adobe InDesign. Adobe can give more professional results if you know what you're doing. So again, this is one area where a professional is really useful.
It'd be very frustrating to work with if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. So the aspects you'll need to know about are trim size, margin size, font style, font size, spacing, chapter heading and subheading styles and sizes, chapter formatting, and the correct positioning of images.
So just a couple of minor things to
Yeah,
know all about
and
that.
that's by no means an exhaustive list.
No.
There's plenty of other aspects and technicalities.
And each of those is essential to the overall look of the book when it's published too.
Yeah. So file production. If you hire a professional to produce your cover and internal layout, file production will hopefully be something that's already taken care of, but it's worthwhile knowing the basics. And of course, there's a chance you will want to try and do this yourself. So for uploading onto Ingram Spark, which is the main distribution and print on demand service, print versions, internal should be an Epub file. Front cover and back cover file should be a JPEG file. For ebooks, internals and cover should be in PDF format. If you're uploading an ebook directly to Amazon, you can get away with a JPEG cover image and a properly formatted Word document for your manuscript. Here's a handy trick. You can produce an Epub file from Word by uploading your Word doc to Google Drive and then opening the file in Google Docs. If you click File, Download an Epub publication, you'll get the right format. But if you don't know how to format your original Word document properly, you won't get professional results when you print or when people open your book in e-readers. So if in doubt, always get some help. Distribution. So this is where your book needs to be made available to bookstores, libraries, and online retailers. We use Ingram Spark because it's super easy. You upload your files and book details and they make your title available everywhere. This doesn't mean that bookstores around the world instantly get to know that your book is there, however. It just makes it searchable for them to find. To really get in front of bookstores, there are trade advertising opportunities. But Ingram Spark does automatically feed your book out to Amazon, Booktopia, Barnes & Noble Online, and lots of others. That said, when it comes to Amazon, we've found it best to upload onto Ingram Spark, wait for it to appear on Amazon, and then upload your ebook directly to Amazon's KDP publishing system. Doing things this way gives you more control of your title on Amazon, including access to their promotional features, which are very useful. And Toby, would you like to run us through this one?
Print on demand, that occurs through Ingram Spark. So you can order any quantity of books from 1 to thousands, tens of thousands if you want, and they are shipped out to you wherever you need them to be shipped. So you first upload your book. It's a good idea to order a single test copy first so you can check everything over. And occasionally you'll get the test copy and find a mistake that you missed through all the other steps.
Yep, it happens.
Happens with the best publishing houses. Otherwise, you can generate instant quotes via their ordering system. with the range of print turnaround times, shipping costs and quantities. And you can do all that before you place the order. So the books are printed in Australia. We try to keep everything that we do within Australia as well,
as much as we can.
And you can have the copies on your doorstep in a matter of days, or can be as long as a few weeks, depending on the delivery option you choose.
Yeah, so it's quite handy. You don't necessarily have to get thousands of copies at once.
No.
You can just order whatever you need, whenever you need.
Yeah, saves a lot of upfront expense.
Yeah. So the National Library Deposit, all books are required by Australian law to have a copy deposited into the National Library for record keeping purposes. This is not something that a lot of people know about. It's free to add your book details to the National Library, and it's certainly a service we offer as part of our publishing packages. But yeah, it's well worth noting that it is a legal requirement to deposit a copy of any book you publish to the National Library.
You don't actually have an officially published book unless you've done that.
Yeah. So that's it. Publishing a book is something you can choose to do yourself by finding the individual people who can help with the different elements. However, it's not always easy to navigate or get the right results. Often it saves you a lot of hassle, time, and expense to choose a hybrid publisher who have the team of experts and who can manage the entire process for you. That way, you tend to get better results and your book holds much more credibility. So that's it for this masterclass. We will stop sharing the screen. There we go.
Back.
And yeah, hopefully you've learned a little bit more about the process of getting your book published and into the world. And stay tuned for Masterclass 3, all about marketing your book.
Coming up soon.
Yeah. So we'll catch you soon.
Bye.